This is 2.2 homework on integers. So if you read at the top of the page, it says this is the class group portion. On the back is your homework for tonight. Make sure you do all the problems by hand because you will not be allowed to use a calculator to solve these problems on the exam. We didn't do the group work portion in class, so just flip to the next page and you'll see the first problem on there. And you're going to perform the indicated operation. So remember, the integers, it's a real simple concept. You have the counting numbers, the natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, plus a 0, and the negatives, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and so on. And so to perform these operations, it's relatively simple. So what you want to do here is you have 7 plus a negative 1, a negative 11. So lots of ways to do this. You could also write this as 7 minus 11. Same thing. And so this would be what? Negative 4. You can think on the number line, you go to the right 7, and you go back 11, and you'll see that you should get out a negative 4 on this. The next one, you have 5 minus a negative 7, and so that's equal to 5 plus 7. And so you get out 12. And then over here, a negative times a negative, of course, is a positive. So this is just the same thing as 3, times 8, which equals 24. Okay, so these are just basic arithmetic. We're going to start getting into order of operations now. So remember, we have this order. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. 1, P is for parentheses. E is for exponents. M is for multiplication. D is for division. A is for addition. And S is for subtraction. I want to keep these things here, so. Alright, so 2 minus 9 plus 7. So we have subtraction and addition. Multiplication and division can go together, and so can addition and subtraction. It does not matter the order in which you do these two operations or the order you do these two operations. So I always just do it from left to right. So I'll do subtraction first. 2 minus 9 is a negative 7. And I'm going to add 7. And so this is going to be equal to 0. The next one, I have the same thing. I have subtraction and addition, but I have these parentheses now. And so I have to do the parentheses first, right? Because in the order of operations, they come before addition or subtraction. So what I'm going to do first now is add on the inside here. So 9 plus 7, which is 16. Right, so what I really have here is just 2 minus 16, which is equal to a negative 14. Over here, same thing. So I look for parentheses. Now I do have parentheses here, but these parentheses, there's no operation to do on the inside, so there's nothing for me to do. Then I come to exponents. I do have an exponent, so I'll do the exponent next. So I have 9 and times, and I can just write negative 4 if you want. You don't have to put parentheses around it. I will, just to set it off. Divided by 3. Alright, so now basically I don't have anything to do with parentheses. I have no more exponents, but then I have multiplication and division. You can do either one you want to do first. I'm going to do the multiplication first because it's on the left here. So 9 times negative 4 is a negative 36. And then I'm going to divide that by 3. So negative 36 divided by 3 is going to be a negative 12. Yep, 12. 12. Take 3 negative 12 times, you get negative 36. And then on the next page here, what I have, let's move this down. So again, I still have my order of operations. Right? Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. And still these things can go together, right? Doesn't matter which one I do first. So those go together, and those go together. And on here, I have parentheses. Remember, parentheses include absolute value. And so I'm going to do the absolute value part first. And so I look inside here, I have subtraction, multiplication, and the order of operations, multiplication comes first. So what I have is 4 minus 15. 5 times 3 is 15. Absolute value is plus 6 squared. I'll continue to work with the absolute value because the parentheses are still there, right? Absolute value is first. So 4 minus 15 is a negative 11. So I have absolute value of negative 11 plus a 6 squared. Of course, the absolute value of negative 11 is just 11 plus 6 squared. Each time I'm resetting, and then this is equal to, well, I don't have any more parentheses, so no longer do I have an absolute value. So I hit the exponent, so I have 11 plus 36, and of course then I can just add the two numbers and get 47. Over here, now it becomes a bit more complicated, so I'm looking for parentheses. Notice I have a parentheses inside here and a parentheses on the outside. The rules, you always work outside in. Inside out. Alright, so if you have parentheses here, I'm going to work on the inside. For in parentheses here, you're going to work on the inside. So this is equal to a negative 14 divided by 2 minus, and 3 times, and here's where I'm going to work on these parentheses, so negative 3 minus 2, so this is a negative 5, so times a negative 5, of course plus 5. Just do one operation at a time if you can, that way you won't make too many mistakes. I'm going to draw a line here to separate these two problems. Okay, so I'm still working on, well, this parentheses is basically done, right? These parentheses are just here to set off the negative 5. So now I'm going to work on these square brackets. And so what I have is minus 14 divided by negative 2 minus, and inside here I'm just multiplying, so minus a negative 15 and then plus 5. If you want, we can simplify this a little bit more because we know a negative and a negative is a positive, so you might want to write this as minus 14 divided by 2 minus a minus, which is a plus 15 plus 5. All right, we reset, and what we have now is, we're done with parentheses, we're done with exponents, we don't have any multiplication left, we do have division. So I hit division, negative 14 divided by 2 is a minus 7. I'm going to add 15, and I'm going to add 5. So now I just have addition left, and that's relatively simple. So negative 15 plus 5 is an 8. Negative 7 plus 15 is just an 8, and then I have that plus 5 left over, and so then I get 13 here. So 13 is my answer.